Super Bowl 57 is coming up in 2023 in Arizona. We're going to talk about who's going to it. It is currently August 14th, so this may be way too early. But I actually put out another tier list about a week ago, and a friend reached out to me and told me I was a complete idiot and helped me revise a new one. So this is our official 2023 Super Bowl predictions, and we're going to go ahead and start all the way at the bottom. Seahawks, Carolina, the Bears, the Texans, and the Jaguars. Why are so many of those teams from the South? All of these teams will have good draft picks in 2023. Yeah, 2023. None of them are going to do much this season, let's be honest. The Falcons, the Steelers, the Commanders, and the Giants are going to be a little bit better, but I would still classify them as not good. We're looking at them winning 4, 5, 6 games. Remember, the NFL season is now a 17-game season, or an 18-week season if you count the bye. So when we're talking about an 8-win team or a 9-win team, that's you can't have an 8-8 team anymore. Losing at least 9 games. So touching on that, these teams are going to win, a maximum of 8 games and lose at least 9 games. We're talking about the Cowboys, Lions, Vikings, Patriots, and the Saints. Patriots are one team that I think might surprise in this category, just because I do think you can never completely count out Bill Belichick. But the Patriots are very depleted compared to what they have been in the past. So losing 9 games, especially in that division, I don't think is that crazy. They are going to be in a much better division than they're used to being. We have 3 teams here that I'm going to wish they played in a different division. I love the Cardinals this season, and I ranked them actually a lot higher on my last tier list. But just looking at that division there, and it's going to be tough for them. So I do love the Cardinals. I love Kyler Murray. I think they have a ton of talent. But maybe not this coming year, because there's going to be a lot of competition. They're still figuring a couple things out. Broncos, same thing, another tough division that they are in. Broncos, I'm not as high on as the Cardinals, but Broncos are always usually they are consistently consistent. They're usually not horrible. And this year they have a lot of talent as well, but tough division for them for sure. Dolphins, same thing. Dolphins, I think, are a team that could compete in one of the weaker divisions in the league. And I think they will win some games. I think maybe they trade with the Patriots. They could beat the Jets twice, but most likely trade with them. And they have a chance of beating the Bills, but probably going to lose 2 to the Bills. So wishing they played in a different division. I don't think there's a single team in that division that they're going to smack around. Playoff dark horses. These are teams that I don't think are going to the playoffs. But they're going to be my dark horse picks. If things go right for them, I definitely think they could not only get into the playoffs, but also make a run in the playoffs. We're talking about the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Jets. I know those are going to be 3 very polarizing picks, but yes, the Jets, I do think, have the talent. Of course, Zach Wilson was just injured. Now, they don't think it's that serious, but definitely if Zach Wilson is out for an extended period of time, I do not have as much faith in anybody else under center over there. So yeah, I'd say if they have major injuries like that, like Zach Wilson, I would be moving them down to losing at least 9 games. If they can keep everybody healthy, playoff dark horse for me. Going to put them in that same tier as the Raiders and the Chargers. Both of these teams also suffering from the fact that they are in a very tough division, along with the Broncos there. Wildcard teams here. Everybody's also looking up to what my Super Bowl favorites are. But let's get up there. Wildcard teams, I think that the Ravens, Colts, and Titans are Super Bowl bound. Playoff bound. But none of these teams, I think, are really favorites for the Super Bowl. Could do it if the stars align, but yeah, playoff favorites, just making it in there. Ravens, I don't think are going to win their division, for example. Colts, are they the only team from their division I put this high? Yeah, these kind of a couple lesser divisions here. Talking about playoff teams here, these are teams that should win their conferences should win their divisions, or maybe they don't win their divisions, but they are a very strong team and easily make it into the playoffs. The Browns are an example of that. The Browns, I'm not sure that they're going to win the division. In my last tier list, I did put that, but I started to think and remember about the Bengals and how good they are, and some people have them as their Super Bowl favorites, but I think the Bengals are a conference contender. I think they definitely could go to the AFC Championship game, and because of that, I think they're winning the division, but the Browns, I do think, are going to easily make it into the playoffs as a wild card, but I do think they're a leg up on the Ravens. That would be my ranking for the Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. Eagles and 49ers, I also think, are playoff teams. Whether or not they win their divisions, I think they are easily making it into the playoffs, and I think the Eagles are going to win their division no matter what. Conference contenders, I mentioned the Bengals. We also have the Chiefs. Definitely think AFC Championship is not, I think that's pretty obvious for them. NFC Championship, we're looking at the Packers facing either the Rams or the Buccaneers. Can never count out Tom Brady, and the Rams, just the defending champions, looking very good again this season. However, my Super Bowl favorites, the teams that I think are going to be going to the Super Bowl, are for the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. I think they have all the young talent in the world, and they're just going to continue to put those pieces together like we saw them start to do last year. And we have the Packers. Yes, the Packers, despite the loss of Devontae Adams, I think they're going to have a fantastic defense. Not what you may have expected me to say. I think they're going to have a fantastic defense this season. I think that's going to give Aaron Rodgers a little bit of leeway to help grow his new receivers, help grow a repertoire with some of his targets, and make for, by the end of the season, a very, very deadly offense to match that very, very stellar defense. So going to the Super Bowl, Bills, Packers, that's my pick. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you want me to do more predictions, rankings, and other stuff that might be absolutely terrible, let me know what you'd like to see in the comments, and consider subscribing if you like seeing stuff like this. With all that said, though, guys, I appreciate you watching. This has been the guy who makes random tier lists. I haven't done this outro in a while. Have a good day, though.